So I am trying to keep a life diary going on, and so it is the 16th of July 21 right now. So I have been working hard on trying not to be negative about what life is now. So I've had a brain injury, and I believe it was 5 years ago. I believe it was 2015. I'm not sure how I know that, but that's what I think. And I spent a long time in hospital and in a wheelchair. I've had operations, I've had breathing system put into my throat, I've had brain surgery, I think, and I'm really messed up, I suppose, physically. It's been a difficult time. I don't remember details, so in time I hope to find out exactly what's happened to me. But I was injured from a fall, and from what it looks like, it seems like a suicide attempt. And that amazes me, obviously. And I have no knowledge of what was going on in 2015 in my life, so I can't know why I might have tried such a thing. But it is looking like that's what happened, and I'm completely bamboozled by this. I don't know what to do with him. I suppose I don't have too many choices. I'm just surviving for now in supported living where I'm fed and I have a computer and a bed. So I'm like a chicken in a cage. Well, a chicken with a computer. Or maybe it should be a rabbit in a cage. But the bottom line is I'm not doing very much in life. I'm not required to do anything. There are no sessions, there's no training going on, there's no therapy as such. And I'm not sure why that is. It concerns me because I'm thinking if they're not doing any sessions with me, if there's no teaching or therapy going on, maybe they think there's no point in doing anything with me. And so their only function is to keep me alive and keep me comfortable. And that does seem to be what's happening, and it's very worrying that I might not improve anymore. Saying that, I have noticed one thing that's improving a little bit, and that is my sense of taste. So my sense of taste was gone basically, but I've recently had a couple of meals where I could definitely taste something, and so that gives me hope that if my sense of taste can come back, at least a little, then maybe other functions can return, like my memory, for example. So I have no real memory of the past at all, and I don't understand how I've been living for the past few years, I would say, for example. So the taste return makes me think that other functions might return. And when I talk to staff to ask what's going on with me, they just say to me time, just time and patience and shut up, basically. So they don't have any answers, and I don't blame them for that. I understand. So my life is basically a mystery, and there is a chance of progress, but no one can say for sure. So the question is, what do I do? Now, I'm not getting bored exactly. Because I don't have memory, I don't feel the time passing. I'm always living in the moment. And I suppose that's a positive in a way, because it means I don't feel bored. But at the same time, even though I'm not bored, I still want to be doing something useful. And I'm thinking I might get into game playing where I make progress. Now, I don't have memory, so a game that records my progress will be useful. So I might want to get into game playing, attempt to focus my mind and try and build my memory again. I don't know what will be possible, but I want to try things. I still have energy. So life is definitely a mystery right now, and I'm living day to day in supported living, and that's it. They're keeping me alive, and there's not a lot else going on, and I'm just living, and I can't believe this is life. One thing I'm glad about is that because I don't have memory and I don't feel the passage of time directly, I'm aware that it's happening, but I don't feel the time passing in a normal way. And so I don't feel as miserable as I would otherwise, I think. So I have I'm aware that there's a problem with time, but I don't feel it directly, and I'm very glad about that. So it is a very strange life to live without a history. I have very brief snippets of things in the past. I even remember, for example, teachers' names from primary school. And I remember my A level results and subjects. I remember my GCSE grades. I'll tell you, I got an A, 3 Bs, 4 Cs, a D, and an E. So it's not particularly impressive. It's above average, I would say, but it's not great. I wasn't a hard worker, I would say. For A level, I think it was DDE. So I really didn't do well at A level. So, and my degree result was 2-2 in cognitive science, which is the study of intelligence and artificial intelligence and the brain, basically, and some psychology in there as well. And that was at the University of Westminster. And I think it was around the 94-95 period. Yeah, probably 95 that I graduated. But memory has really gone pretty much. And I've run businesses, my own businesses in computing. I called it Saro Systems, and that was a partnership with Oleg Smirnov. And then I did my own business called Arla Computing. And I worked for FI Group, which is a big consultancy firm. Where else have I worked? I worked for ZTEC Power, which was a hydrogen fuel cell company. And I remember some people from there, like Nicholas Abson, Jeff Sparpen. So I do remember the odd thing, but memory has mostly gone. I also taught Taekwondo. I was a Taekwondo instructor, and I had a website called tkdxl.co.uk. And I taught in Barnet and Finchley. Details are very much lost, but I do remember some student names. And I taught a class specifically for young children as well as a general class for adults and juniors. I taught a class for very young children, and I called it Tiny Taekwondo. And I had a website as well, tinytkd.co.uk. So I have lived, I have done stuff, and I have achieved in life, and I have helped people in life. I've been useful in the world. So now I'm just a taker on the world. I'm just a taker and a user of support services. So I'm not contributing to the world anymore. But I'm glad to know that I have made an impact in a normal way, thankfully. So I have been useful in the world, even though I'm not useful anymore. So, well, I'm giving people a work to do, I suppose, a job to do. Yeah, I'm thinking on what life is and what I do with myself. And I'm thinking it will be online work, communication like this, and try and do something worthwhile. If I can think of an angle to take in how I communicate with the world. I still have knowledge, I just have difficulty in retrieving that knowledge due to my memory problem. But I'm hopeful of being able to find something to do that's worthwhile. At the moment, I'm thinking gameplay, and so that will need money and hardware and whatever. So hopefully I can get that together. So it looks like gameplay and online communication is the way that I'll go in life. I can't be a father to my two children, but maybe I can think of some way to help them. I don't know. Their life is very strange right now. I've got so much thinking to do, and I hope I can do something useful.